What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Widebody Nation. Unfortunately, these King Daytonas, they're going to be impossible to get. As you guys might have heard, Dodge is only making 300 of these, and, it's great because they're 807 horsepower Hellcat Chargers with Widebody, all that, but they're only making 300, and yet again, this is just a sticker package on top of basically what is a jailbreak, okay? So, yes, there are some unique features. Yes, production is limited, which is very great. It's very sought after, very desirable, but they're limiting it to 300, which is borderline. It's making it borderline impossible. Like if there's 1,000 units across the country, even 500, you might be able to duke it out. 300 is going to be interesting because that's when you start getting into the dealer markup territory. You're not just talking 5, 10, 15, 20 grand. When there's only 300 in the nation, for sure, dealers are going to be really chewing on easy 50K over, and they might even double up the MSRP on these bad Larrys. And you already know this MSRP is going to be in the ballpark of 100K. So you're going to probably see these going for 190, 200, 210. I would put some money on it personally if I were a betting man. Am I a betting man on this channel? No. So I'm not going to put money on it, but I would record this video to be historically correct, let's just say. So, with that being said, if you're just a mega Dodge fanboy, then this video might not be for you. Like I actually try to dig into these and see where Dodge's head is at, and either call them out or just kind of warn you guys in these videos about these last call editions, because unfortunately they've been a little scammy on Dodge's part, a little superficial, a little they're shaking you guys down for the cash, as they named the first one the Shakedown. So before we talk more about the Charger, quick reminder and a clarification too. We currently do not offer on the website the 2022 Charger specifically, because I have the 2021 to 2015 right here, and this one does not fit because Dodge slightly changed up the trim and some of the mechanisms by a little bit, but it creates a problem for our plate on the 2022s and presumably the 2023s. So with that being said, we are introducing a separate offering on the website within this month, within September, and you guys can still use my code WBN for the new 2022 offering or for the normal, 2021 and older. The Challenger, from what I am tracking, I have not gotten any customer feedback that the Challenger does not work. The Challenger works from 15 all the way up to 2022. We will test it for 2023s, and you guys already know they came out with that new 300. We're offering the 300. We also have the OBD2 cover as well, in case you guys are trying to prevent your keys from being cloned or just unwanted access to your car's vehicle information. But for less than $30, it's kind of a no-brainer, and I can't go back in time and unsteal your car for you or anything like that. I'm not the police, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an investigator, so I'm also not an insurance company. It's just one of those things where it's like, if someone had told me that I could spend $30 and prevent my Redeye from being stolen, I would have done that. I just didn't know at the time. So, joke's on me, I guess, but, WBN, links in the description, links in the pinned comment. So we'll jump over to Dodge. I think Dodge is like 2 for 5 right now, okay? The fact that they have a Hellcat popping off with the King Daytona, it is a win. It is still of the same mindset of these SCAT packs over here that have just the stickers, because it's just an interior package, some hood pins, some decals, some poor choice on the wheels in my opinion, but like they knocked it out of the park in some ways because it's 300 units, guys. Like 300 is, let me back up. And I'm going to make a whole video on this, but you guys are getting it earlier than that video. If you guys are looking for a collectible car, generally speaking, 500 vehicles or less is considered collectible, in my unprofessional opinion, okay? Now, there are obviously extenuating circumstances, like the Demon, for instance. The Demon, there was 3,000 produced, and it was roughly one model year. Now, you might say, okay, well, why is your number 500 if there was 3,000 Demons produced? Well, Guys, what exactly was the Demon? The Demon was very, very, very different from every other car available at the time. Normal Hellcats at that point had 707 horsepower. I believe they didn't even release the Redeye yet when the Demon was out. So the Demon was basically 100 horsepower more, had the trans brake, had different brakes, different wheels, different tires, limited production, had all this stuff going for it. So they were hard to get. They've appreciated in value, especially if they're unmodified. So that is why something that has 3,000 models, 3,000 produced, is worth more. If they're more like these sticker packages, which is that is what I'm calling these folks. They're sticker packages, they're slight interior tweaks, but we got to be real here, folks. They have not changed the interior of these markedly for 8 years now. 15 to 23, that's 8-9 years. And they're milking you guys for all they got here at Dodge. And they also, I mean, why exactly would Dodge make, the my Daytona that was a 2017 and a 2018 had seats very similar to this. So it just seems like they're recycling on you guys and they're just squeezing. It's like the Chevy Tahoe, the Chevy Suburban. That thing hasn't barely changed for 40 years. And they're doing the same thing to you guys here. This is the same chassis that was used in 2006. It's almost 2023. That's almost 20 years of the same chassis. That's why it's so easy to steal too. So yes, this car is the first one that's like truly limited production. And yes, it's a Hellcat too, so it's that much more desirable. But it's also going to be that much more expensive from MSRP. I would put it, they're probably going to do like something like $999, $995, right? So it's just under 100K, but dealerships are going to easily put a 50K markup on it. Probably closer to double an MSRP. So I'm not going to be surprised if I see these crossing the auction line or selling for 200K. But just keep that in mind, folks. Keep in mind the 500 car limit and lower for these semi-collectible cars. And then, if there's a car such as the 1320 here, the Super B Charger 1320, I call it. That car has mechanical differences, but it has 1,000 units being produced. I think these are going to be proportionally about the same demand. Okay, I think a lot of people are going to get after these because they're going to be at an attainable price point. They're going to be probably 60 some grand MSRP, probably have a markup between 5 and 50 grand, depending on where you're at. Atlanta, Detroit, Dallas, Los Angeles, markups are going to be banana land. Whereas middle of Kentucky, bum f nowhere, Georgia, probably way less. So I guess the way to round this out is, in my opinion, which I've already described to you guys as unprofessional, the ones I would be looking at are this Charger because of the very, very low number. Not because it's a Hellcat, not because it's orange, not because it has ugly rims, but because it is limited production, 300, which is very low. And also this Super B, it's 1,000 models, which is a little higher than I like, but it has the mechanical differences, comes in cool colors, and the 1320s are pretty popular because they do run tenths faster than a normal SCAT pack just from the factory by nature of the physical mods to them, not just the stickers they slap on or not just the little interior beeps and bops and the little, it's Dodge is, they're losing me a little bit here, folks. But let me know what y'all think. Let me know if you're interested in more of these Hellcat models. Let me know if you're interested in the 300C SRT 6.4, whatever you want to call it. I'm kind of 50-50 on that car. I was about to order one, but now I'm getting a little suspect because the dealership. I'll do a video on it, but make sure you guys go ahead and visit destroyer1320.com before it is too late. And this website is about to get a whole lot more spicy, whole lot more offerings, and we're just trying to help you guys out, trying to help your cars be that much harder to steal. We can't guarantee anything, but most thieves are lazy and just trying to look for the easiest opportunity. So once they run into a steel plate with some tamper-proof screws, which I am looking into to offer you guys, they'll probably leave it alone. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Let me know if you guys are, up in arms against me and you're like, oh no, I love these sticker packages, or if you guys agree with me and agree that Dodge is about 2 for 5 right now. I would appreciate the support or lack thereof in the comments below. So stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys for the next video.